All right, guys, today we're going to talk about our base defense, base alignment, okay, information for this. Big thing here, first thing we're going to talk about is numbering. So how we number things, pretty simple. On the center, this is a 0. If we're head up with the guard, this is a 2. If we're head up with the tackle, this is a 4. So it's the same thing on this side. This would be a 2, and this would be a 4. So in our base defense, we traditionally, our nose is head up in a 0. Our defensive end is in a 4. Our other defensive end is in a 4. If that makes sense to you, okay? If we're outside of this guard, this is what we call a 3 technique. If we're outside this tackle, this is what we call a 5. Same thing on this side. If we're outside the guard, this is a 3. If we're outside this tackle, this is a 5. Okay? If they were to have a tight end in the game, this would be head up would be a 6, outside is a 7, and then inside of this would be what we call 6I. Okay? So for inside a 4, this is what we call a 4I. If we're inside of a 2, this is what we call a 2I. Same thing on this side, that's a 2I, and this would be what we consider a 4I. So that's our numbering system, okay, for our base defense. Now, going through, after that, we have to look at gaps. This obviously is what we consider an A gap, and this is an A gap. Between the guard and the tackle is a B gap. Between the guard and tackle is a B gap. Okay, between the tackle and tight end is what we consider a C gap. On this side, this is a C gap. There's no tight end. Now, since there is a tight end in the game, we also now have an extra gap. That is what we consider D gap. Okay, D gap's usually containment rules for our dog and rovers and our free safety running the alley. And something you guys have to understand, if there's a fullback in the game, so if they have a regular pro set, and there's a fullback in the game, this fullback, by leading, can make an extra gap. And that's what we consider an E gap. Okay, so we are gap type defense. Everything we do has to do with gaps. Okay, so with that being said, let's look at our base alignment. Spend more time erasing. Okay, so our base alignment of our defense. So we are a 3-3-5 defense. Okay, so let's say they come out in a 2-by-2 set. All right, so we number everything in our defense. So outside receivers are what we consider number 1s. We don't care about the name. Okay, inside receivers number 2. The running back is what we consider a number 3. Okay, so if they would have a tight end in the game or something like that, that would be a 2 if the tight end was here. And that would still be the number 3, if that makes sense. Okay, so our base defense, let's pretend right now that we're in a 0, we're in 2 4s. Middle linebacker is 5 yards off the ball. Will linebacker. Will's always on the right. Will's 4 to 5 yards off the ball. There's our corner. There's our Sam. There's our corner. Our dog and rovers this year. Okay, our rover's on the right side. He's 10 yards off the ball, off number 2. On this side, we're 10 yards off the ball with the dog, off number 2. Free safety will always be at 12 yards, okay, depending on, obviously, the coverage call. All right, so this is our base defense. Again, it's a 3-3-5. You can see where the 3 defenders are. We have 6 defenders in the box to stop the run. Dog, rover, corners, and safety, okay, are all going to play pass coverage and also have run responsibilities going through. All right, next thing you need to know, how do we call our defense? Okay, so we do something pretty simple. We tell you guys where to go, and we tell you what the coverage is. Okay? Wow, these erasers are great. So, we give you, first thing we call is D-line stunt. Like we've already put in. We put in right, we put in left, we put in pinch, we put up. So we give you the D-line stunt call. After that, is the blitz. So whatever we are blitzing, whether it's Sam, Mike, Will, mash, triple, whatever it may be, that's next in our call. And the last thing is coverage. Okay? And that also will tell you guys where to line up and what to do. Okay? So that's the base number one type thing that you guys need to know. Remember, numbering system, gaps, alignment. Okay? Now alignment will change based off what type of coverage we play. Remember within this, okay, that the D-line stunt always tells the linebackers what gap responsibility they have, and we'll talk about more of that in fits. All right, see you next time.